guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Holly. Today I'm going to be planning the week of February 20th in my Erin Condren vertical. The kit I'm going to be using is this beautiful kit from Hello Petite Paper. I just included this, I believe, in a haul last week. I will try to remember to link that below. This was my first time ordering from her. She's a shop from Portugal, but she hand draws like all these florals and all her designs. And her stickers are just stunning, and I definitely knew I had to try these out right away because they were just too pretty not to. So really excited to do that. And I'm going to start with the bottom washi. And finally, this week is like truly, I would call it a normal week. I think one of the things I've like struggled with as an adult is accepting that no week is like a typical week, but I do consider it fairly atypical, even though it hasn't really been this year, but I do consider it fairly atypical for me to be traveling a ton, and I feel like I have been traveling a lot lately, so I am very happy to not be traveling this week, so that is good. And I'm gonna lift this up. I did get her stickers in glossy, by the way. She has, I mentioned in the haul that her glossy is very like, there's like a residue to it, not in a bad way. It's just different than other glossies. And I'm gonna move this up. I think I'm gonna use both strips, but then over the top of the stripes is where I'm gonna put my meals. So I'm gonna kind of like layer them a little bit over the stripes. You guys will see. We'll see how it looks. I like both of these. I like the option. I didn't wanna not use the stripes because I thought the stripes was so cute and kind of ties the kit together. But I do want to put my meals down here because I definitely want to do some like good solid meal planning this week since I will be home, and definitely want to focus on cooking and not eating out or eating out. We have been eating out so much lately. It's not good. Okay, so I just left a little bit of white space between those two. It's like a little crooked. I ripped the paper, guys. These cuts aren't like super great. So they're kind of like pulling, like from attached, and I ripped it. Shoot, not good. Okay, let me. Do a little sticker surgery here. I'm probably just not being careful enough, but it's doing that thing where it kind of pulls on the backing just a little. Nothing too bad. Okay, we're gonna call that good. Having a little bit of trouble with that, but I am gonna go through with my meal little things next. She has these. I think these are cute. So I will do maybe the bright pink in the middle. So I'm gonna kind of do it like this, where I think that looks nice. Kind of layer it over that gray a little bit, but there's still like a hint of white space. I think that's gonna work pretty well. Yeah, so I will say, like, her stickers are beautiful. I'm finding them like a little bit harder to work with than normal glossy. They're like sticking to each other more. I don't know what's different about them though. Like they look, I mean, they look gorgeous, but they're just like a little bit less nice to, like, you can see I'm kind of ripping the sticker. I kind of wanted to move it up because it looks like crooked, but I'm like ripping everything. I should probably just get out my undo. It's probably my fault here, but anyway, so this week, I'm just gonna leave that, I guess. That's fine. It's visually driving me insane though. Let me get out my undo. But anyway, so this is undo. This like removes stickers from each other and from paper with like magic. Okay, and now we're gonna kind of let that whole situation dry. Next up, I think I'm gonna do the heart checklist, not the full box checklist. I just love the little details of like the scalloped edges here and the stitching, so I really wanted to use those. These are really pretty too, but I can use some in my sidebar, and I just kind of wanted an airier spread. If you watched my plan with me last week, I had tried kind of like a different format because I was craving having my today section at the top. And that format, I would say, did not work like crazy well for me. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like the perfect fit. So I'm gonna try and get away from that this week and go back, but using the checklist I think lets me not have the to-do section at the top and not look so unbalanced. But maybe I should do my full boxes at the bottom first. I am gonna do that this week, put the full boxes down back at the bottom. And I'm gonna, of course, save the Love is Everything quote up there. So then I wanna find, I definitely want to not cover up that one or that one. And so I wanna find some days where I don't have as many little things that I could do that. I would say Monday looks good, and Wednesday and Saturday. So let me kind of spread these out and go from there. So the other thing I wanted to chat about this week, I feel like I had something out. So in my haul, I kind of talked about how I, like my haul last week, my planner supplies haul, I will link that below. And I was kind of joking about how I used to be like very against stylized Instagram photos. And I'm very curious as to what you guys think about them, because I just kind of personally have a hard time, because they tend to look very fake to me. Like, oh, how convenient that like your gorgeous pens and your perfect stack of washi and like your, you know, beautiful notepads and everything are so conveniently laid out for the perfect photo. And it's like, I don't know, I always thought it looked like, oh, this is not real life, this is so fake, like why are we doing this? But now, like, I don't know, I'm trying to like warm up to it. And in that video, I was talking about it from the perspective of trying out some new pens and like buying some pens that were pretty much just for the aesthetic, not like for actual writing. Like I got like a Pen Gems knockoff from Target. And then of course, like 2 days after I posted that, I finally like broke down and I did order from Pen Gems finally. So that ban was not long-lived. But anyways, I am warming up to the stylized Instagram photos. I'm kind of wondering what you guys think about them. They, to me, just always look just a little, I don't know, I guess just, I think fake is probably the right word, but at the same time, obviously it gets more likes. Like I have, even since I've started to put a little bit of effort into it, I've noticed a difference. And it also is like, I don't know, I guess we kind of do this whole planner thing partly for the aesthetic, you know, it is kind of about like, we like the way this looks, so we, you know, we do that. And so are stylized Instagram photos that much different from that? Probably not. So anyway, I'm trying to warm up to it. Let me know what your guys' take on it is. I'm kind of curious, like, do you guys do that kind of thing, or do you think it's dumb too? So I'm gonna do, oh, not to-dos, I'm gonna do the odds and ends headers across here. I'm gonna kind of try to make them match the color of the little thing at the bottom there. And then I'm gonna go through with the checklist in the middle like I talked about. I don't think I'm gonna do anything like trying to extend my spread this week like I have the last couple of weeks. I don't have too much going on, except for the weekend's a little busy, but other than that, I feel like I don't need the extra space. So I can skip that. And how do I wanna do these colors? Because the colors don't perfectly sync up with the headers. So I could do, I guess I could do the dark gray in the middle. And then kind of match the header color for the rest of them. I think these are so pretty. They're just so different. I really like her aesthetic. I actually already ordered her mystery box that just came out, so oops. I definitely went like a little sticker crazy the past week, so this is, I'm just gonna hope that my husband never watches my videos. But actually we have a rule. He has to go and like all of my videos immediately, but he's not actually allowed to watch them because I'm like, you can't watch, it's too embarrassing. But maybe he secretly watches them. But anyway, we finally like sat down and made a combined married budget. We've been married for like 1.5 years, so I'm like mortified that I haven't done that. Like I do my own expense tracking and like budgeting on my own, but we hadn't like set up a joint budgeting with like an app or anything that like we were doing combined savings and like, you know, setting some big savings goals. And we're at a point in our life, like we don't have kids right now, but we are working a lot and we both like earn decent livings, like very decent livings. So we feel like we should be trying to make an effort to like aggressively save, because obviously things will be different once we have to, you know, if we have kids, pay for daycare or whatever, you know. And we already have saved up for, or we already own a house. Well, not, you know, the bank owns half of it, but you know, we already did the down payment for that. So we're trying to just do some like aggressive saving right now for like other stuff. So anyway, finally made that budget tracking, and like we're starting to put our stuff in for February just to like see how it's going, but it's not gonna like officially start till March. So I'm like, I definitely am not putting in quite like all my personal budget stuff. Like we're gonna each have like a fun budget, and obviously we have like budgets for clothes and socialization and stuff, but like my fun budget is like stickers, his is like video games and like computer stuff, and I definitely spend more on stickers, I think. So I'm going to have like a preset budget that I'm going to be, I've always said I have like a sticker budget, and I'm pretty decent about trying to stick to it, but at the same time, I also always knew that like I was the only one seeing it, and we didn't have these like articulated savings goals, so it was like, oh, whatever, you know, we can save is nice, and that's a terrible way to do it. Like I save for retirement separately, all of that, but like on top of that, like, you know, it would just be like, whatever, which is, I know, really embarrassing, but now we can like, according to our budget, we should be able to save like really aggressively, you know, so I'm hopeful. So anyways, in March, I will have like actual motivation to cut back on the sticker spending, because we will be using this shared app, and like we agreed that we wouldn't look at each other's fun budgets, but you know, I know it'll be visible to him if he wanted to snoop. So I will feel more public guilting about my sticker spending. So maybe that will help corral it into good behavior. So anyway, the past week I've been going like a little bit sticker crazy, not because it's like, I feel like it's like my last hurrah, which I know is the exact opposite purpose of starting to budget this month, but yeah. So I ordered this. I ordered some of the new Clever Gal craft stuff. Super excited about that. Ordered from Pen Gems, like I said, for the first time. I'll link that below if you haven't ordered from Pen Gems before. So I'm going to go through with the Today headers up top now. Okay, so I have this Today headers down. I think they look so pretty. Anyway, just to finish up that last conversation, if you guys have a sticker budget, let me know what it is if you feel comfortable sharing. No worries if not. Or like, I obviously, I think I have to imagine I spend more than a lot of people just by basis of the fact that I do YouTube, and I do kind of invest whatever I do earn from YouTube. I use that back for stickers, so I probably have a little bit more of a liberal budget than a lot of people, and obviously you guys have seen my hauls, you know I'm a sticker addict. So but yeah, let me know down below. I think I'm gonna leave the February visible. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do the date headers or not, but I like the way the Feb looks, and I think it looks similar enough to this font that I'm gonna leave it, and I don't have like a ton that I feel like I need to put in my sidebar this week. First, I do want to do my habit trackers, and this kit does not come with habit trackers, but I actually have these that I picked up from Hello Petite Paper as well. And I think this mid-tone gray, it's like, this gray is a little bit more taupey, but I think it's not going to be noticeable to the, you know, average eye. So I'm going to take some washi first. This week, personal work. I'm going to take personal. And then I think I want to put my videos in my sidebar this week. I don't really want to have them every day just because I feel like that tends to look a little crowded, and since I didn't expand the Today section, I think I'd rather do that this way. And so I'm going to do a checklist for that. And I think I'll do, I really like the grays in this kit, so I think I'm going to do the gray checklist, and I will call that maybe this week. Even though that's not like a weekly ombre, there are 7 checks, and I think that's fine. And then I do want to do like a little list for cleaning, so I might cut one of these in half and do that. She doesn't have like a to clean header though. So I'll do the odds and ends header. That'll actually be perfect. And then, although now I kind of want to space this out, I'm going to change this up. I'm going to lift these up and space out the grays and do like the little list in the middle. We have quite the stack. Oh, I can do this instead. Let me put these here. I've decided I know what this paper reminds me of. It reminds me of Original Scribble Prints Co., at least when I started buying from her. She had very thick, glossy paper, and this paper really reminds me of that. So, in case you were wondering, I think I'm gonna do 4. I feel like I was being very picky about the spacing and it still ended up crooked, and it's driving me insane. I feel like I just worked on that for like several minutes and it's still like extremely crooked. Why? Okay, we're gonna have to call that good enough. I do like the way that looks though, like how the spacing looks. I think that looks nice. So that is the sidebar. I'm debating whether I want to do date covers or not. I might wait till the full spread is filled in and really see what that looks like. So next I'm going to go through with my little things and do that. So I don't need to do videos, so those will go in the sidebar. And then on Monday, I don't have any little things. Tuesday, I have several. So I have a bunch of TV shows. I think I'll just put 2 in. And I can combine 2 of the shows onto like one little thing. And then it's also like YouTube payday. It's when they post to the account. So I am gonna mark that down as well. We conveniently have 2 payday stickers here. So, because I have a payday on Friday as well, but that works out. So I can do that. Wednesday, no little things. Thursday, a TV show. And that's it. And then Friday, it's just payday again. So I'm gonna take this other payday sticker and I'll just put that like here. I love that box. I think that's really pretty. Saturday, no little things. And then Sunday, I do have a TV show I want to watch. And I also want to mark down laundry. So for the TV show, let me grab a little thing. I actually have 2 TV shows. I didn't realize that the new show Big Little Lies started on HBO like tomorrow night. So I'm definitely gonna watch that, and then hopefully I'll watch it the following week. I loved the book. That's like one of my, I love Leanne Moriarty. She's like one of my favorite authors. I think she writes women so well. You know, she kind of gets classified as chick lit, but I think she's a lot more nuanced than chick lit, to be honest. And I hate that she gets like, I don't know, I hate in general that like chick lit is supposed to be like derisive. But I really, really loved that book, so I am excited for the TV show. And to mark out laundry, I think I'll just do one of these long flags here. There, very cute. Okay, now we can go on to the day by day. So on Monday, I really need to go into work early for some meetings. So, and I think I'm gonna drive in since it's President's Day and the metro is gonna be running really slow. So I'm going to take a car on a long flag here to note that down, because it's President's Day and traffic really won't be that bad. And like I said, the metro is gonna be really slow. So I think it makes sense to drive in that morning. And I'm not gonna be able to work out that day because I do need to get in pretty early. So that is really the main thing I have going on. I think I'm also going to go ahead and note that that night, I really do wanna spend a lot of time on YouTube. And for that, I think I'll just take one of these adorable decorative half boxes and put that in. Do I want an icon or something? I do have these GP Sticker Studio little girls working at their desks, and I think this would actually be very cute with this like style of spread. So I'm gonna put that down here. Very cute. And then on to Tuesday, I don't have anything in the morning after work. I'm going to go to a workout class with my husband. So I'm gonna take one of these half boxes and note that down. And to mark that, I want to use a Planning Roses sticker here just to keep it. I think this style goes pretty well with this kit. And maybe I'll grab this pale pink one. Although maybe I'll grab the gray for like some contrast in that box. Very nice. And then on to Wednesday. Wednesday, I want to go for a run that morning. And so to note that, I'm gonna take one of these glitter quarter boxes. I love these. I think they're so pretty. And I'm just gonna take one of my Scribble Prints Co. running icons and just put that there as well. And does this peach go? Yeah, we can make that work. Run in the morning, and then that day we also have a cleaning appointment. And so I'm gonna take the little house sticker and one of these little flags and just kind of combine those to be like a note. My husband will be here because he works from home, but I just like to remind him. And also that in case I need to do some pickup the night before, then that'll be here. That's it for Wednesday. On to Thursday. Thursday morning, I'm going to go to yoga in the morning. So I'm going to take, I'm actually going to go back and steal this box. I think I meant to use this on a different day. And I'm going to take this, hopefully not rip anything. Eeps, 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 I'm ripping things. Oh well, I guess I can't. Yeah, that's gonna have to stay. I meant to do that more plain box on Thursday because I want to use my Crafts by Towie yoga stickers. I love these. So I'll just take this little box with a bow, and I guess I'll cover up the bow, which is fine. But that is early in the morning. Go to yoga. Take here this and put this here. Oh, I love these stickers. They make me so happy. And so that is it for Thursday. Friday, I'm not totally sure what's going on. I'm gonna do a little Friday treat myself, I think, and grab some coffee in the morning. So I'm gonna take this and put this here. And I'm just gonna take one of these little Fox and Pip coffee stickers to note that. And then after work, I think, I haven't totally run this by my husband to be honest, but I think we're gonna go to an exercise class because Saturday's really busy. So I think I'd rather do it on Friday night. And so I will put that down with another Planting Roses sticker. And this time I'll use this pale pink here. And then on to Saturday, like I said, fairly busy day. I have two different social events. The first one is a journal club with my girlfriends. And then the second one is like a wine tasting with a friend that is visiting from out of town. So I'm gonna take a half box here and put in the journal club first. And we have the macaroons there. Actually, I think I'm gonna move this down and use that for like the wine tasting that night. But then in the morning, I think I'm gonna take a Fox and Pip bow clip sticker and use one of these instead, because that feels kind of like journal clubby, I don't know. And I just want like a little bit of variety in what I include in that day. I think that's very cute. And then for the thing on Saturday night, since it is a wine tasting and I have my Fox and Pip girls out, I'm gonna grab this little one with the little champagne thing, and this is a little bit more celebratory than that party really will be, but the colors go really well. Should I put her next to the macaroons? Because it's like wine and cheese. Yeah, that looks really cute. Very nice. And then on to Sunday, I want to get in another workout, so I'm gonna go for a long run that morning. So I think I'll take another glitter quarter box here. And let's grab just another Scribble Prints Co. running icon to keep it consistent. There's like a little bit of blue in this kit that I haven't really brought in yet, but I don't know if that's like a little, it might be a little, I'm gonna just go pink. Oh, what did you guys think of the new Scribble Prints Co. multicolor release? I honestly have not pulled the trigger yet. I thought I was gonna get the workout ones, but then I was like thinking about it and they're like almost 40 bucks. Like, it just feels like a crazy amount of money, especially when I have workout stickers already, so I might hold on them. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, like I just personally, I feel like it's the Scribble Prints Co.'s answer to like all of these binder things that are coming out. So like she did, like Glam Planner did binders and she didn't do that, but I feel like it's the answer to that. But I am like, I just don't, I don't buy binders for the same reason. It's just like too many stickers. I have too many multicolor things and I don't really need that many. So I'm kind of hesitant to buy that many stickers, especially for the cost. So I don't know, let me know what you guys are thinking, especially because it includes a lot of colors. Like if I could buy those sheets individually, even though they are pretty big sheets, I would totally buy them because I would get like the pink sheet and the neutral sheet and that would be it. But like to have to get all the greens and the oranges, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna use those. I have other workout stickers in those colors that I'm not using. Anyway, on Sunday, I'm also just putting in this Fox and Pip planner stickers. I think it's so cute to mark down that I want to do some planning and filming. Trying to arrange this so it doesn't go off the page here, but I still have room to write. That is really cute. And then the other thing I realized, I wanted to go back and mark down trash day on Thursday in my little thing. So she does have a little trash can, and I will just take a little flag for that. And I think that's really it. I do want to do these flags. I'm just going to use these two little extra flags. The pink kind of matches, but I figure if you have the coordinating flags, why not use them for the kit? And then I need to make a decision on date covers. So I kind of want to use these date covers from Two Little Bees. I'm not quite sure how to use them though. I'm debating just doing the numbers and doing them like over some washi, but we don't really have any printed washi left. I could have saved these flags, but of course I didn't think of that. So I am debating doing that, or I could just skip it and just do the weekend banner up top there and have that look really pretty. Maybe I'll do that because I do kind of want to hang on to these for like a really special week with the script. You can use the numbers any, week you want, but you only get one version of the script ones. So I think I'm gonna do that. Let me know if I made the wrong choice below. I know you guys will weigh in. So I'm gonna do the weekend banner instead up top here. Yeah, and I think that looks perfectly cute. And I think since this kit has like the grays and blacks in it, these are fine. That works for me. So I think that is it for this spread. I'm gonna go ahead and fill everything in before I add in any deco. We get just a little bit of deco. I think she did have a separate deco sheet, but I didn't buy that. So there's just a little bit of deco here. But let me go ahead and fill in what I know and then come back and show you guys what we're working with. Okay, so I have filled in my plan so far for the week. I really am loving how this looks. I think this is such a beautiful kit. I do want to just add a few pieces of deco. I did add that one in that box right there because it was looking a little bare, and so I did that before I wrote on that. And then I'm also just going to add this little bow somewhere. Maybe I'll just add it up here because this space looks really blank. That's cute. And then we have these little macarons. Maybe I'll just put these on Thursday. Or maybe no, I'll put those down here. That looks nice. We just have some little hearts that I can kind of sprinkle in. And I feel like that is good. I think that looks really nice. This is like a good level of decorated for me. Let me show you what I have left in this kit. First, I have a few pieces of like the plainer washi. Have some of these quarter boxes, flags, and some icons left. All of these, or most of these, ombre heart checklists, a couple of half boxes and some little things, and then some headers and glitter headers, which you can always incorporate to any other spread as well. So I'll definitely hang on to those. I did use up the entire sheet of full boxes, and so I feel like this is a good amount of leftovers left over. I think I could combine them with something else to do like a traveler's notebook spread, but it's not so many leftovers that I'm gonna feel guilty if I don't use them. I definitely will save on like some of these that are just plainer, like the glitter headers or these quarter boxes. I love those, and so I could totally bring those into other spreads, but and same with these, but it's not like so much that I'm gonna feel guilty if I don't do a spread, which is kind of nice. And it's priced that way too. It was $21 US for the glossy 6-page kit or whatever. So I feel like that is good because sometimes I'm feeling like, oh my God, I have so many leftovers from some of these bigger kits and I have to like do a spread with them because otherwise I feel guilty. Anyway, so this was a good amount of stickers. I love how this week turned out. I think it's so delicate, so girly, so pretty, and perfect for like the hopefully chill week I have coming up. So let me know what you guys thought below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and definitely stay tuned. I have a lot of videos going up this week, so subscribe if you want to see those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Bye.